Hello everyone, my name is Bhavya Ramani and today I'm going to explain my mini project which is titled as Stock Quiz, where I am predicting the stock price for a particular stock using various Python libraries. And so let's get into the code, and right here you can see these are my import statements. I am using Streamlit to create a rich user experience which will be simple but interactive. And from then I am importing the core datetime module for adjusting the date parameters of the predicted stock. And then I am using Python's Y Finance module for getting the raw data of stocks from Y Finance API. And then I'm using Facebook's Prophet library to predict the stock prices. And finally, I'm going to use Plotly to plot the different interactive plots for my raw data as well as my predicted data. And moving on from there, we can see that I have defined two variables, which is start and today. In start, I am taking the date of 2015's first month, and today variable is basically storing today's date, which we'll be using in the predictions. And from then, I am providing the title to my app using Streamlit's title function, when I'm setting it to stock quiz, stock price predictor. And from that I'm creating a tuple, and in which I've included the different tickers of different stocks of well-known companies like Google, Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Facebook, Nvidia, Twitter, HP, and Dell. And after that I'm providing a select box from which the user will enter which stock price they want to predict. And after that I'm providing a slider functionality from which the user can select for how many years they want the forecast or prediction to be. And for now I've kept the range from up to 1 year to 5 year. And after that what I'm getting is that I'm multiplying that number of years by 365 to get the days to create a data frame in the future. So after that, I'm using this Streamlit decorator called st.cache, which will basically store the last recorded data, and it will be quick to reload the app once I close it and open it again. So I don't need to perform the calculations and fetch the data again. After that, I'm defining this function of load data, and what essentially it does that it selects the ticker which user enters while he's selecting the stock, and downloads the data from Y Finance API. And uh, the ease of use using the Wi-Fi and API is that it returns a pandas data frame, and Streamlit provides support for pandas data frame, and I can directly display it and plot it in Streamlit. So I am defining a state variable here which will show the message to the user that the data is being fetched. So I kept the text as please wait, your data is being loaded. And after the data has been loaded, the message will change to that your data is loaded and we are performing the computation for the predicting and prediction and forecasting. And after that, I am also displaying a few records of the raw data. Like it will display the stocks opening value, closing value, and highs and lows of the stock. So that data will be displayed using data.head over here. And after that, I am defining a function to plot the raw data. And for that, I'm going to use Plotly. So first off, I'm declaring a figure. Plotly is similar to different other libraries like Matplotlib and Seaborn. So I'm defining a figure. And what adding trace function does here is that it adds different data to the Plotly figure or graph, we can call it. And I am adding the stock's opening value and closing value on the x-axis. And for the y-axis, I am keeping the parameter as date. And after that I'm updating the title of the plot, and also adding a range slider, so we using which we can make the plot interactive, as user can slide and zoom in and zoom out of the data easily. And after that I'm plotting the plot using plotly underscore chart. So Streamlit and plotly are closely related, and we can use this function to display any plotly plot in Streamlit web app. And after defining that function, I'm calling this function, which can be seen over here. That is plotly underscore row underscore data. And that was it for plotting the raw data. And now we can move on to the forecasting phase or the prediction phase. And for that, I'm using my data frame, which I got from Y Finance API, and I'm predicting the closing values of the selected stock. So I am taking the date parameter, date feature from the data frame, and the closing value from the data frame, which I got from the Y Finance API when I loaded my data. And I am defining another data frame which is df underscore train. And according to the Facebook Profiles documentation, it requires the data to be in certain format. So I'm renaming my columns. That is, I'm renaming my data date column to DS and closing column to Y. So Facebook Prophet can easily work with it and predict the forecast, predict the data according to the given period of time. And after that, I'm creating an instance of Prophet library, and it is similar to SQL and other frameworks. So we need to feed our data frame and then predict the data for the future data frame. So that's what I am doing here. I am fitting this to my training data, which I got from Y Finance for the number of years, which was from today's date up to 2015 in the past, and I'm using the data for training. And after that, I'm making another data frame which will store all the dates from tomorrow up till the number of years the user has requested to predict the data. And after that, I'm simply predicting that future values using Prophet. And after this, I will get the predicted values in form of a pandas data frame, which again we can easily use and plot using Streamlit. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm adding another subheader to my web app, which will display the raw predicted data from Prophet. And then again, I'm plotting the interactive plot of predicted data as well as the real data which we got from the Y Finance API. So only difference will be the predicted data will be n years in the future, and that n will be selected by the user. So this was the code. Web app is simple as well as robust and easy to understand. Now let's move on to the execution phase where I will show you how to execute this web app. So I am already in my working directory, and for installing all the requirements which I imported here, I have created another environment and I'm going to activate it. So this is my environment. Activate time series is my environment. I'm going to activate it. And after activating it, in order to run the Streamlit web app, we need to enter the command Streamlit run and the file, your file's name. In my case, it is app.py. And it will open at a port in your default browser, which is specified in your PC. So here the port number is 8501. And we can see that it opens in my browser. It will take some time to load. So here we can see that it displays the title of my web app, which is StockWiz. And as I've used the cache decorator, which I specified above, it is already in the running phase. It didn't require to load the data again and then make the computation. So it already has the data and it is making the computation now. So let it execute on the current data, then we can execute again for any other different stock. So it is still running. And we can see that it has completed running. So now when we see that it already makes the plot for the cached data which was already stored when I previously run this project, and now in turn we can see that any other different stocks, for example, let's select Apple, and we want to predict the forecast for 3 years or 2 years. Let's keep it 3 years, and it again enters into the running mode. We can see on the top right hand corner that the web app is under execution, and also we can monitor the state, like the message currently being displayed is your data is loaded, which we had specified when our data was loaded from the Y Finance API, and currently the predictions are being made. We can see that the previous predictions are being dulled, and we will get the state will change from running to executed once the execution is over. So right now we can see that the web app has executed its backend program, and along with that we can see all the plots which we had defined. So this is the raw data which we are getting, and it is in form of a pandas data frame, which I already mentioned. And we can see all the different parameters like open, high values, low values, and closing values of the stock. And from this data, we are going to use these closing values to predict our forecast values. And also we are plotting open and close by date in the graph which is shown below. So in this graph, if we zoom in, we can see that we are plotting opening and closing values, and it is an interactive graph. So it will show you the date as well as the closing and opening stock for that date. And it is plotted using Plotly, and Plotly by default also provides all these options in which you can download the data frame or zoom in and zoom out of the graph. And moving on, After that, when we predict our raw data, we can see that these are all the parameters which are computed by Facebook profile. And well, what it tries to depict is that it tries to find the trends in data, which is an important term, and trends and seasonalities are important term in time series data, using which we can fit the curve for predicting accurately the future values. So it defines all the terms according to weekly, yearly, seasonalities, and then it computes them and fits the curve for the future prediction. And now, as we can see that we have selected 3 years from the slider, it shows us the interactive plot for 3 years. And here the black dots are the ones which indicate that these are the original values which we use, and we can see that it is coming up to end of 2022 2022. So that's what is our current date right now. And once we see that in the future, it is only a blue dots which are the predicted values, and we can see that Facebook profile has done a really well job in identifying the seasonalities and trends, and it is the actual value and the predicted value are almost same. And we can see that these are the predicted values which the Facebook profile is giving us as the output in form of a data frame, and this plot is also interactive. So using few lines of code, we are able to develop such web, and that's all. This is my project, and if you want the code for this project, you can find it in the description. And always be a learner. Thank you.